Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to the channel, where today I am going to be reviewing To Green Angel Tower Siege by Tad Williams, which is the first half of book 3 on his Memory, Sorrow and Thorn long series. And this is, the problem is this brick of a book, 840 whatever pages, is only half of the last book, because after book 1 and book 2, of course, you couldn't finish the story you're trying to tell with another brick. You need 2 bricks. So my first criticism of this book, as it stands, is that it needs an editor. It needed some editing work. I mean, I was amazed. If you haven't done so, check out my last conversation with a group of friends from the channel and Christopher Rocchio from the Sun Eater series and his editor David Butler, where I was shocked when they talked about trimming out 40,000 words from Disquiet Gods, book 6 in the Sun Eater series. This needed to be edited out. And I'm going to give a couple of examples of why I think this book needs a serious editing job. There's a moment in the book where one of the characters, Princess Miriamel, she's captive in a boat, and she's in one of the rooms in the boat, and there's a knock on the door. Between the knock on the door and her opening the door, it's a page and a half. It takes her a page and a half to open the door. And there's another part of the book where a group of characters is sort of making their way somewhere through like a marshland, right? Now, next chapter, we swap point of view, and then from the point of view of these other characters, we are told that this group that was making their way through the marshland arrives. So what do we do in the next chapter? We get 20 pages of being told how this group of characters made it through the marshlands. There's no need for that, because you've told us already that they arrived, that they were safe. So why do we need to know that? It just doesn't add anything to the story. It's 20 pages of just fat that could have been trimmed out. There's a couple more sections where I think there was some kind of weird side quest into the nest of some weird creatures that I don't think are gonna come back. I don't think they added anything to the story, and I just think that in general, look at the books. Given the story that is being told, there's a lot of excess in these books. In here, all that happens is that, so we take off from where Stone of Farewell left off. So the forces of Prince Joshua have sort of reconvened in the north of the land where the action takes place, and they repel an attack from the forces of King Elias. That's it. That's what happens in this book. That's it. That's all that happens. Nothing else. So why does it need 840 pages to tell that? Now, I'll admit, there were some nice moments of character development in the series. Particularly, I did enjoy the bits where Duke Isgrim. But come on, if you haven't established your characters already in these 2 books, 75% of the way there, we shouldn't be getting to know some of the main players of the story. And I think there's a great pacing issue with these books. Having said that, certainly enjoy them a lot more than Wheel of Time. So I will finish the series because I'm that kind of reader, but also because I'm not hating it. I will definitely read it. Yeah, issues. Then there are some really good moments. There's some good moments where the escape of Princess Miramel is quite cinematic, and I quite like what happens there and how they do it with these sort of sea creatures and stuff like that. So there's some really cool moments in the story. I'm still kind of, well, I think it's sort of fairly predictable what's going to happen. Although at the beginning of every book, we keep getting told that things are not as they seem. But I think the ending is fairly predictable. The good guys are going to win, and that's it. I don't know, but I haven't read anything about the series. I'm going to make a prediction. I suspect that Simon, the main character, is going to be some sort of secret son of a king or something like that, because it's all pointing in that direction. That's my wild guess. We'll see what happens. But if that happens, I think that promise of nothing is what it seems falls a little bit flat. The other thing that falls a little bit flat for me is, again, the main character of Simon, because throughout the books we are told that he's a bit, well, the word used is mooncalf. I'm assuming that means that he's a little bit dim-witted, that he's a little bit thick. I don't know. That's my interpretation of what it means. But his actions do not represent that. Yes, he's young, but he does heroic deeds, and the way he behaves and the way he contributes to the development of the story doesn't reflect that alleged, I don't know, what do you want to call it, mooncalfness of the character. So I guess I'll say my final thoughts of the whole series once I finish it, because for a modern fantasy reader, I think this series straddles somewhere between more classic and more modern fantasy, but I'll save that for later. But anyway, so that's all I have for today. These are my thoughts and my opinions on The Green Angel Tower Siege by Tad Williams. Please, if you've read it, let me know your thoughts, your opinions, leave your comments below. Take lots and lots of care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.